Hi, this is Kevin Brown with your 2 Minute Tuesday. Don't you judge me, or is that allowed? Don't you judge me. We hear that a lot in our culture. In fact, I have here, this is just a simple ruler, 12 inches, and then a yardstick, 3 feet. We get this idea of judge not from Jesus, and that's good. See, here's the scripture. This is Matthew 7, 1 and 2. Jesus said, judge not that you be not judged. You see that in yellow? And that's where we stop. So we say, don't judge at all. Well, that's not where Jesus stopped in the Sermon on the Mount. You see verse 2. Jesus said, for with the judgment you pronounce, you do get to judge. With the judgment you pronounce, you will be judged. And see this in blue. With the measure you use it, that means the judgment, it will be measured to you. So what does that mean? So often, and the reason that Jesus would continue talking about the fact that I can see the speck in my brother's eye and I've got a plank in my eye, is the fact that I want to use two different systems of judgment. Jesus said definitely judge. But what I want to do is I want to give myself a yard's worth of measure. I want to give myself a lot of latitude. But I maybe just want to judge you with inches on just a little 1-foot ruler. But don't we have to make judgments? Don't we? I mean, if you walk into a restaurant and you see the rating is 82, do you eat there? I don't. Doesn't a patrolman have to make a judgment that if you're doing 85 and a 55, he's going to have to pull you? Doesn't a teacher make a judgment that if you've not given the right answers for the test, that they might have to fail you? Doesn't a doctor make judgments based on x-rays and MRIs and CAT scans? Of course. And do we not have to make judgments as to whether or not a person is a Christian? Now, how do we make that judgment? Well, we have to look at their lives, and we have to measure their lives. And the measuring tool that we measure with is how they live. Jesus said, you'll know them by the fruits they bear, right? Jesus also said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. So here's the thing. We can judge. See verse 2? For with the judgment you pronounce, you will be judged. But understand, it's the measure that we use. So when we look at someone else's life, if we're going to give ourselves the latitude of using a yardstick, then we better use that on them. If you don't want to use that latitude and want to use a 1-foot ruler, then you've got to use that on your heart too. So judge, but make sure that we're using the same measurement tool. This has been Kevin Brown with your 2 Minute Tuesday.